one or two things, no, and he didn't know how to tell his parents, so he was just waiting for the profits on investment to be used to pay his fees. He doesn't owe, so what was he doing? Anyway, that story is in the Daily Graphic, page 13, and you'll find that on 3news.com as well. And this is the updates from the over 6,000 students, we understand, UST, who were deferred for non-payment of fees. Now we understand that about 3,350 out of the over 6,000 students of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology whose programs of study were deferred for non-payment of fees have had their status restored. This follows a window of opportunity offered by the management of the university to the affected students to pay the fees and have their status reinstated. Okay, so the University Relations Officer, Dr. Daniel Norris Becoin, told the Daily Graphic in Kumasi yesterday that about 600 Ghanaian students and 750 foreign students made personal payments, while the Dean of Students Scholarship Scheme catered for some 2,200 students. So there's an arrangement in place, as a matter of fact. Now what we're hearing is that there is a scholarship scheme that the university itself has put in place to support very genuine students who have financial challenges, genuinely, not as though they've been given the money and they have invested it in So that's the development with this story. So 2,200 of the affected students have been given clearance to write the exams after the Dean of Students Scholarship Scheme catered for them. So the window of opportunity was as a result of a swift intervention by the Student Representative Council of the university and other stakeholders, which got the authorities agreeing that the affected students who could pay their fees would have their deferment reverted. Don't blame economic challenges on Russia-Ukraine war, TUC tells government. The Trade Union Congress has asked the government not to blame the high rate of unemployment, poor remuneration, and economic challenges on the COVID-19 pandemic and the Russia-Ukraine war. It said it was a well-known fact that all those challenges were already prevalent in the country long before the challenges started. Addressing an organized labor pre-May Day forum for this year in Accra, the Secretary General of the TUC, Dr. Anthony Yaba, said although the TUC acknowledged that COVID-19 and the Russia-Ukraine impasse had compounded those challenges, it was not right for government to blame the age-long employment challenges on just the two factors of COVID-19 and Russia-Ukraine war. So, well, the stage is set. And the labor has already made their issues clear. They are not accepting any minimum wage increase below inflation. And guess what? Inflation is 19.4% now. TUC says any increase in minimum wage below the inflation rate, they will not accept. May Day is just some 9 days away. Yeah, May 1. That's what you have in the Daily Graphic News for this morning. Also, economy rebounds faster. Government quickens process towards pre-COVID era levels. Kojo Pankuma is here. If the economy is rebounding faster, the TUC is also saying that, well, we have our demands. The government has assured the citizenry of a quicker turnaround in the economic fortunes of the country after data has shown that the economy expanded at a faster rate than projected. It's therefore asked the citizenry to have faith in it as it quickened the process to ease the challenges and return life back to the days before the onslaught of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. The Minister of Information, Kojo Nkrumah, told the Daily Graphic yesterday that at least last year's growth rate of 5.4% was evidence that the government and the economy was recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic faster than initially anticipated. So that's in the Daily Graphic. The part page, you have Dennis Odoi, last action hero. This young man, Dennis Odoi, well, is he young? He's not young. He's 34 years old. Black Stars player. The Daily Guide has civil local government workers strike. Traders hijack Tamale Interchange. You saw this coming. All economies in trouble. Ibn Chambers. Review Supreme Court rules. Godfrey Dami. all on the front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper this morning. As you might already be aware, the Civil and Local Government Staff Association, that's CLOCSAG, this is day 2 of their strike because their neutrality allowance is in arrears, and people have questioned the justification for paying them allowances to stay neutral. But Dr. Bampoado is saying that, look, the likes of Imani, who are saying that there's no justification for the payment of this neutrality allowance to them, they should go and sleep. They don't know what's happening. They don't know what's going on. Go and sleep, keep quiet. That's to Franklin Kujo. Isaac Bampoado's message to Franklin Kujo, that there was enough reason. In fact, they said they went into an agreement with government, and as to why government agreed to also pay the neutrality allowance, that's where the question should be directed. That's where, for us, we are asking the question, maybe not of labor, but of government. What was the reason behind the decision to pay them neutrality allowance? And you agreed to do so. Now you have employed people to come and be raising questions about justification. This is Dr. Bampoado.
What all locals has Imani Ghana got to do? They should go and read the labor law. It's a relation between an employer and an employer. What is locus? My friend, tell him to go and sleep. He should mind his own business.
That's all. Sleep. Koda. And you have members of the local government staff association, Ghana, and yesterday embarked on a nationwide strike over unpaid allowances after the executive directed them not to report to work. Floods hit Takoradi. Some communities in the Sekondi Takoradi metropolis got flooded following a heavy downpour yesterday. The downpour, which lasted 4 hours, understand, was accompanied by severe winds. The flood waters broke into homes, stores, and offices, destroying property and leaving many stranded. The road from Banchiasi to Edu in the Efia Kwesimentem municipality was nearly submerged due to gutters choked with refuse on the shoulders of the road. As of 3 p.m., many of the residents in the various suburbs of the metropolis were seen draining flood waters from their homes and stores. Quite unfortunate there. Now, this story that we knew was going to happen, because even with this Pokwase interchange, we saw people pounding fufu on it just 2 days after it was opened, partially opened. Traders have taken over the Tamale Interchange already. Hey. Traders have turned the Tamale Interchange, which was commissioned into use barely a month ago by President Akufo-Addo, into a market, exposing themselves to danger. The Metropolitan Chief Executive, Sule Salifo, who is disturbed by the development, has appealed to traders in the Central Business District of Tamale to desist from selling under the newly constructed interchange. Wow, not an appeal. There's a law. Why are you failing to implement the law and rather appealing to people who are breaking the law? The people are selling at a place where they're not supposed to do so. Crack the whip. And this is just, for what, 2 or 3 weeks after the interchange was commissioned for use. And the picture is in the page 6 of the Daily Graphic newspaper this morning. They've taken over. And it has been reported in the Daily Guide with pictures. So I'll have you run through what you have. But the Finder newspaper, Dr. Koboy appointed acting CEO of National Health Insurance Authority. Well, we saw this coming anyway. It's not surprised to some of us. And you have government legally acquired and owns Accra and Pehwansem Lands Commission is here talking. And religious harmony is bedrock of prevailing peace. Dr. Mahmoud Bamia is in the pictures this morning with Sheikh Osman Nuhu Shaributu. And the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, says the religious harmony has been the bedrock of the prevailing peace in the country. He pointed out that the bedrock of the peace in the country is as a result of unity among Christians and Muslims, stressing that its unity should not be taken for granted. Indeed. So you have that captured here. Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Sheikh Osman Nuhu Shaributu leading Muslims to pray to mark the iftar at the Jubilee House, also captured in the Finder newspaper this morning. Which paper do you have in there?
Yes, this is Punch Africa. And then we have I have no control over what's happening to me. Adjoa Safo tells constituents.
Okay, let's get into it now, shall we?
The Member of Parliament for Domi Kwabenya Sarah, Adjoa Safo, has pleaded with her constituents to forgive her for her long absence from the constituency. Adjoa Safo, as she is affectionately called, has been out of the country for a very long time, a move which has been condemned by even members of her political party. So it's not clear what is keeping the vibrant parliamentarian out of the country. But in an interaction she had with her followers on social media, Adjoa Safo asked for forgiveness and promised she was going to be back in the country very soon to help push government business and also help develop her constituency. Adjoa Safo disclosed that things are happening to her that she has no control over, but it's of the firm belief that with time things will get better.
Okay, let's see how long it takes. The Ghanaian Times newspaper has been over a year. She's been on leave. Yeah. And 3 Ghanaians, just stay with Parliament, 3 Ghanaians petition Parliament to impeach Akufo-Addo over Sewa Broni. And 3 Ghanaians are seeking to get President Akufo-Addo impeached over allegations by one Evelyn Sewa Broni. They've thus petitioned Parliament to commence the impeachment process following Sewa Broni's allegation that President Akufo-Addo and some of his assigns orchestrated a robbery attack on her over her supposed threat to expose the president regarding an alleged romantic affair with him. Well, the trial is for Seydou Kudus, Elikem Kotoko, and Stephen Kwabena Atu held that the petition is well grounded to invoke Article 69(1) of the 1992 Constitution and warrant an inquiry into the matter and a subsequent impeachment proceedings initiated by Parliament to give effect to the letter and spirit of the Constitution. According to them, the allegations, if proven to be true, would amount to human rights abuse, abuse of office, exposing the security of the Ghana to external threat, as well as dragging the name of the high office of the president into disrepute. So they are asking for a number of things, that Sewa Broni be investigated, and also the allegations that he is making, so she's making, beg your pardon, be also investigated, because this is not the first time she's spoken. She's said this consistently a number of times. And look, this is the high office of the land, and well, some people say, oh, because this country we don't place too much premium on morality. Unlike other parts of the world where Monica Lewinsky can bring down the president of the United States, right? Yeah. If it was this place, so we'll see, we don't mind what the president does in his private life. But in other parts of the world where morality is key in effective leadership, because they say that if you can have
Alfred, you know,
your home,
even in Ghana here, to uphold and defend the good name of Ghana. So help me God. You know the national pledge to uphold and defend the good name of Ghana. So indirectly, it is incumbent on the president and every Ghanaian to uphold and defend the good name of Ghana. So if such scandals, you know, are being speculated and there's nothing being said from the office of the president, and we allow it to fester, it is in a way denting the good name of Ghana. And some of us are worried. So the president and his media team should come out and let us know if the lady is deliberately, you know, trying to destroy the high-end reputation of our president, then they should take her on.
Well,
we should not allow speculations to just be circulating around and nobody seems unbothered. And I want to advise. You see, we had the Papano, we've had such issues, you know, with our leadership. But I want to advise everybody, especially Alfred Ocansey. You have a great future, and we should all be mindful of what we call the slave queens.
But you too.
No, Alfred. You know what?
What is this?
Yes, you know, people don't understand the concept of slave queen.
No, you listen. We have 3 minutes to round up.
Yes.
We will deal with this matter later on the show, because this thing you are bringing about, so slave queenism is a concept.
It's a concept, and it started way back
in Adam's time.
No, in the days of Jezebel.
What a lie.
You remember?
It's okay.
She killed a lot of prophets.
It's okay, please.
And the popular one was Herodia.
Okay.
After her daughter danced and the king was pleased with her dance, she asked her, my daughter, what should I give to you as a gift? And the mother asked for the head of John the Baptist. So slay, you know, when you say you are slaying, you understand the English word slay. And she got John the Baptist, you know, killed. So when someone, you know, considers herself as a slave queen, you have to be careful.
So you want us to understand the concept of slave queenism?
Yes, and in our modern context, they are not killing the individual, but like they are taking their lives, but they are destroying their reputation. They are slaying reputation. And
the nation is at large.
Yes, it's at risk. So let's all be mindful, especially great men like Alfred Ocansey and Timo.
I don't know why
let
you're doing
us not allow our hard-earned reputation to be destroyed. This is an advice, free advice to all of us.
Well, the young man is here. He was going to run us through the world of business. Ghanaian Times says no minimum wage below inflation rate this year. TUC to government won't accept anything below 19.4.
That one I support, but I don't support the neutrality allowance.
Well, government agreed to pay. Clocksack embarks on nationwide strike to demand neutrality allowance is also in the Ghanaian Times. Man arrested for extorting money from ECG customers. Police urge to expedite probe into attack on MPP Nasara chairman. Law enforcement agencies asked to intensify fight against human trafficking. Emmanuel Ama Kofi Boa has petitioned Shraj to probe the killing of his constituent at Nkrofo. So that's what is the latest to this very one. Important. A member of parliament for the Lembele constituency.
And in the Telegraph, I saw this one, that Dr. Ducho has directed that henceforth all student loans must be paid directly to the schools, not the students.
Well, this is another matter we can have a bigger conversation on. Luke's SRC to bail out deferred KNUST students, also captured in here. And stop denigrating judiciary. AG cautions propagandist lawyers. And Ayoko Bochi is here. We can share an AFCFTA gains. Well, it's been talk all the while. Not much action seen in that regard. You'll find the details of that also on 3news.com. But as you have it now, the Member of Parliament for Lembele, Manuama Kofi Boa, has formally petitioned the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice to investigate the shooting to death of one Andrew Donko, a resident of Teleku Bukazo at Nkrofo on April 1, 2022. The petition was filed through human rights lawyer and MP for Medina, Francis Xavier Susu, serving as MP's counsel. So that's the latest to this as well. We'll get into the details of these stories and more as we go on the show this morning. Stay with us on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. Sami, I thank you very much.
Thanking you.
George Quaining is here with all the news in the world of business. But in the meantime, we're highly interactive. Keep your thoughts coming in. All the issues we talked about this morning. If you feel strong about them, WhatsApp number we're using 020-262-9860, 020-262-9860, and we'll read out to you. George, good morning to you.